Starting at the backside, the 2026 Lexus LX 600 looks calm, confident, and expensive without trying too hard. The full-width LED light bar stretches cleanly across the tailgate, now with a deeper 3D effect that looks stunning at night. Dynamic turn signals sweep outward, adding a premium touch that feels more Range Rover than Land Cruiser. Instead of the traditional badge, Lexus spells its name across the center, which instantly modernizes the rear and aligns it with Lexus' new global design direction. The power tailgate is hands-free and split-opening, which actually makes loading easier in tight parking spots, something GLS and X7 owners will appreciate. The lower bumper is cleaner than before, with hidden exhaust outlets and neatly integrated reflectors, keeping everything sleek and uncluttered. Add in the roof spoiler with an integrated brake light and even a rear camera washer, and you can tell Lexus obsessed over the details. Now moving along the left side, this SUV's presence really starts to hit. The LX 600 stands tall with a wide stance and a high belt line that screams authority. New multi-spoke 22-inch alloy wheels for 2026 fill the arches perfectly, giving it a planted, almost armored look. The squared wheel arches remain, a subtle reminder that underneath all this luxury lives real off-road DNA. Chrome window surrounds have been refined, and the door mirrors are more aerodynamic, reducing wind noise at highway speeds. One of my favorite touches here is the power-retractable side steps. They glide out smoothly when you open the door and disappear when you don't need them, keeping the profile clean while making entry effortless, especially compared to the taller Range Rover. Switching over to the right side, the story stays consistent, but the elegance really comes through. There's a long, flowing character line that runs from the front fender all the way to the rear, stretching the LX visually and giving it a more premium silhouette than the boxier Land Cruiser it's related to. The proportions are spot on. Long hood, upright glasshouse, and just enough chrome to feel luxurious without going overboard like some American full-size SUVs. Park this next to a BMW X7, and the Lexus feels more solid and timeless, less flashy, but that's exactly the point. Now let's step inside, because this is where the 2026 Lexus LX 600 truly separates itself. Open the door and you're welcomed into an environment that feels warm, handcrafted, and intentionally designed. Nearly every surface is wrapped in semi-aniline leather, stitched with precision you can actually see and feel. Depending on the trim, you'll find open-pore wood, brushed aluminum, or the optional smoked Takumi trim that looks like something straight out of a luxury lounge. Lexus doesn't just decorate the cabin, they craft it. The dashboard is dominated by a clean dual-screen layout. On top sits a massive 12.3-inch infotainment display, while a separate 7-inch screen below handles climate and vehicle controls. This setup is far more intuitive than the all-in-one screen approach used by Mercedes. You get wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in voice assistants, and over-the-air updates. The digital instrument cluster is fully customizable, and there's an optional head-up display projecting key info directly onto the windshield, keeping your eyes exactly where they should be. Up front, the seats are pure first class. They're 28-way power adjustable with heating, ventilation, and multiple massage modes. Long drives feel effortless, and even city traffic becomes more tolerable. Compared to the GLS, the Lexus seats feel firmer but more supportive, especially over long distances. Storage is everywhere: deep center console, large door pockets, and clever cubbies that actually make sense. Slide into the rear seats, and it's clear Lexus didn't forget about passengers. On ultra-luxury trims, the second-row captain's chairs recline and offer heating, ventilation, and massage functions, along with a dedicated control console. Legroom is generous, and the ride is incredibly smooth thanks to adaptive suspension tuning. The rear entertainment system features dual 11.6-inch screens, USB-C ports, and wireless headphones, turning the back seat into a private cinema. Compared to the BMW X7, the LX feels more serene and less sporty, but that's exactly what luxury buyers often want. Now let's talk about what powers this beast. Under the hood, the 2026 Lexus LX 600 continues with its 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6. It produces 409 horsepower and a massive 650 Newton-meters of torque, paired with a smooth 10-speed automatic transmission. Some purists still miss the old V8, but here's the truth. This new setup is quicker, stronger, and more efficient. 0 to 100 km/h comes in just around 6.1 seconds, which is impressive for a vehicle this size. Power is sent to all four wheels through a full-time four-wheel drive system, and the LX rides on the GAF platform shared with the Toyota Land Cruiser 300. This platform reduces weight while increasing rigidity, improving both on-road comfort and off-road confidence. Features like multi-terrain select, crawl control, and adaptive variable suspension mean this SUV can genuinely tackle trails that would terrify a GLS or X7. Yet on the highway, it glides quietly, soaking up bumps like they barely exist. Fuel economy has also improved. The LX 600 now averages around 13 to 14 liters per 100 kilometers combined, which is noticeably better than the old V8 models. Towing capacity is rated at around 8,000 pounds, or roughly 3,600 kilograms, making it more than capable of hauling boats, trailers, or luxury toys without breaking a sweat. Safety is handled by Lexus Safety System +3. You get lane tracing assist, adaptive cruise control with traffic jam assist, pre-collision warning with pedestrian detection, blind spot monitoring, and more. It's comprehensive without being intrusive, which is something Lexus does better than most. Now, let's talk price. The 2026 Lexus LX 600 starts at around $92,000, and if you go all in on the ultra-luxury trim with every option, you can cross $135,000. Yes, that's serious money. But when you compare it to a similarly equipped Range Rover or Mercedes GLS, the Lexus starts to look like a smarter long-term investment, especially when you factor in reliability and resale value. So what's the final verdict? The 2026 Lexus LX 600 isn't trying to be the flashiest or the most digital SUV in the segment. Instead, it delivers something more meaningful: confidence, craftsmanship, and capability wrapped in quiet luxury. It's an SUV that feels just as comfortable pulling up to a